Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This side Priya Bhatia, and in this video we will be discussing about the window functions in SQL. I hope that you already have enjoyed the first 5 episodes in SQL and have gained a lot of insights from that. From this episode onwards, we will be moving towards the intermediate to advanced concepts of SQL. So please make sure that you will document your learning at each and every step. Chances are very high that if you're learning it for the very first time, uh, you required a lot of consciousness and effort in order to understand the concept. So please make sure that you will watch this video till the very end, and please do hit like button. Please share this video with each and everyone. I really need your support. Please subscribe your channel so that we will definitely reach to 10k very soon on this channel as well, right? Apart from this, I'm very excited to announce that I have already launched the machine learning bootcamp. So if you are interested to enroll in that bootcamp, please check out the page for the machine learning bootcamp part. I will attach the link in the description of this video. You can go and check it out. So with this, let's get started. So I am opening my MySQL workbench. It's already open. So this is a separate file, new file, which I have, new query tab, which I have opened here. Now I want you to write one query, which is that for each location, can you provide me what is the count of for each location, what is the count of each employee corresponding to that location? For example, if let's say there are 2 employees who belongs to Bangalore. So I want location as a Bangalore and the count as 2. 2 employees working in Bangalore. What is the count of each employee and average salary of the employees in those locations? So can you write this query? How can we solve this particular question? So I hope you all remember we have a table by the name of employee. So if I'll just run this table, you will be able to see a list of the people uh, who are working in separate locations. So in a way, if you will be able to see, specifically we have, I'm just showing you what I'm really looking forward is, I'm looking forward the location, the total count of the employees in specific location, and I'm looking forward is the average salary of those people working in, let's say there are 3 things I'm looking for: Bangalore, Gurugram, I can see, London, and Noida and Delhi, right? These are the unique locations which I have in my employee table. So how many people are working in Bangalore? So as of now, I can see 2 people are working in my employee table. How many people are working from Bangalore? Sorry, Gurgaon, it is 1. London, 1. Noida, 1. Delhi, 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anywhere we are missing something? Bangalore, 1. Bangalore, 2. There are 7 recruits, right? Acha, 6 ही है. 4th one is missing. Okay. I remember we have deleted 1 employee. So what I'm looking for is the average of that. For example, what is the average of salary in a Bangalore? So 2 lakh plus 1.5 lakh, right? So 2 lakh plus 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 2. So in this way, the average, now it is only 1, so that's why the average will remain the same. For Gurugram, the answer will be 1 lakh. For the London, the answer will remain same, maybe 3 lakh, right? For Noida, the answer will remain same. It will be 70,000. And for Delhi, the answer will be same, 90,000. But this is how I'm looking for the result. So can you give me the query for this? Okay, I got one answer, which seems to be correct. Any other answer can I get? So Megha Sanjay Senu has shared me the result, which is correct. Please, I want everyone's result, because from the first day itself, we are working upon these queries. It's very easy. I think by looking into the answer, you get an idea what I'm expecting from you. Yashasvi, why learners table you are using? We're talking about employees, right? See this again. I'm also focusing on employee table. Why you're writing learners? And there is no need to apply having clause. I think you have shared something. Why you have applied having clause here?
You said that count should be greater than 2, I think.
No, I didn't say. Where I have mentioned. For
Okay.
each location, what is the count of each employee? You have to write it down. I have given you the answer as well. This is how the answer looks like. And average salary. That's what we want. Can I get answers from other people as well in the session? Now it is correct. You should not mention number of students, right? Alias name should be total.
Okay, ma'am.
This is not students. We are working on today employee table, not the students table. As of now, just forget about that learners table that we have created. So here, what we can do, we can say select. You will say, I will write the location, because we need to do a group by via location itself. Then you will say what you will do. You will say, I will count the location and I'll give the alias name as total. After that, you will say, I will take the average of the salary and will mention it as, you can say average salary, maybe like this, right? From table name is employee, group by location. Done. So if we run this command, I think whatever be the table I have shown you is what we are getting here. Location, Bangalore, Gurugram, London, Noida, Delhi. Total is this. Average salary is this. Can you see? It is exactly similar. So the average of these two values is nothing but 1,75,000 only. So that's what we are getting here. Makes sense? Makes sense, everyone? Is okay? I think till so far, everything should be clear, right? If you are okay with the yesterday's class, then only. Now, I'm complicating this situation a bit. Now, please listen this from this point onward. Your complexity of queries will be increasing. So please listen this very carefully, what I'm saying. Now, what I want is there might come a situation where for each location, I'm not only looking for the count of each employee and average salary, but also I'm looking for the, and also display. So let me write it below. This is fine, but also display first name and last name corresponding to each record. So what I want is, I want to display the, for example, Bangalore. So let's again check the records. So for example, Bangalore, I want Priya Bhatt, total as 2, average salary as 1,75,000. Similarly, for Gurugram, I'm looking for the answer as Akhil, George, total as 1, average salary as 1 lakh. So what I'm saying is, I'm not just looking towards the location, total and average salary, but also I'm looking for the First name and the last name correspond to every location. Wherever who is the person who belongs to Bangalore? Who is the person who belongs to Gurugram? Who is the person who belongs to Noida? Who is the person who belongs to Delhi, let's say? Who is the person who belongs to London? So how is this possible? Any idea? Anyone? What we can do here?
I didn't do it yet, but could you, I just want to ask, is it, you would add the first name, last name after the select, after location, and then put it in the group by as well?
Okay. So this is the brute force approach which many people usually tell to me whenever I ask this question to the students. They told to me, just like the Kanisha said, that Priya, you can do one simple thing that, because you are looking for the first name and the last name. So what you can do is maybe after location, or let's say if you're looking after this point, you can add first name, you can add last name, right? And now, first of all, if I just run this, will that work?
No,
If I just run only this part, because we're looking for location, first name, last name, count, and the average salary. 5 things we're looking for. Will that work? No. Why
no,
is that so?
you have to put it in the group by
Because
also.
it's a non-aggregated column, right? So it will throw an error. So if I just put it here, okay, let's run this. We got some output where we will be having people Bangalore, Priya, Bhatt, value is there. Then again, this is the value, 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 and so on. Is this answer is correct?
Oh, it separated them.
Why? Because in the group by you have mentioned grouping on the basis of unique values of location, first name, and the last name. So Bangalore Priya Bhatt is the unique entity in my table. If let's say Priya Bhatt appear 2 times, then maybe it will take the total as 2 and give the average. But here, because these 3 things are there and we're making an entity of these 3 unique points, so it will take the total of that and give the salary. This is not what I want. My problem statement is different. What I was looking for is the same output which I'm getting in the above case. Ki location wise, give me the total and the salary. But side by side, give me the first name and the last name. So it means this will not work. This is not correct. I hope you got the answer why it is not correct before I erase this.
Yes, not correct.
Everyone,
So,
you got the reason why is this incorrect?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me remove this. Now what we can do? Think over it. Does there exist any way where we will be able to get what I'm really looking forward here? Because I don't want to change this total and salary part. So how is that possible? That's where one way could be to use the concept of joins. So what is the meaning of a join? As of now, in the upcoming session, we will discuss the concept of joins in a lot more detail. Today, I will just give you a gist of it, and then we will move ahead with respect to window functions. What is the meaning of a join? By default, whenever you are writing any command by saying join, it work as a inner join. Now, what is the meaning of inner join? I'll let you know. Simple meaning is that you are trying to join 2 tables. So there are 2 or more than 2 tables, you can say, which is available. As of now, we are working with 2 tables. So you can say, I have 2 separate tables. Let's say this is the table 1, this is the table 2. When you are writing a command just like simple join, it will take the intersection of these 2 records. So whatever be the common entities we have in between these 2 records, intersection of those 2 tables, that is what it will display as an output. Okay? Simply. This is the only thing which will happen. So usually what happened in a normal join, we're looking forward towards the column which is common to both the tables, column value which is common to both the tables. And then we apply a join. So whichever location, for example, in our case will be common, it will take the parameters of the values on the basis of that location value. So let's see what I'm trying to convey here. What we can do, we know that this above query, this query will return us this answer: location, total, and average salary. Let's do one thing. We will try to store this in one table. We will try to store this result because it's a table only, right? Location is there, total is there, average salary is there. It's a table only. So we will try to store this in one separate table, separate entity. So I will just take this bracket. And how can we store this? You can say as, you can give an alias name to a table. You can say temp table, or you can say temp. So temp is a table where you are storing the values which are getting: location, total, and average salary. Done? Now, in the above part, you will write a query. So this will become your sub query, internal query, which will help you to return the answer as location, total, and average salary. What you're looking forward is, you are looking forward the employee name. So you will say, I'm looking forward with the first name, last name. I'm looking forward with respect to the employee dot location. Now, why I have specifically mentioned the table name and then the field value? Because in the temp table also we have a name called location, so that my query will not get confused that which location I'm pointing out. So it's a better practice that you will write, if there is the same column name in any of the two tables, write table name dot field value. Okay? Comma. What you're looking for? Total value. And what you're looking for is the average salary. So you will get from the temp table these values. You will say from table name employee, join, and then you will join this temp table with the employee table. So what you're looking for is the 5 values, right? First name, last name, location, total, and the average salary. Few values are from the employee table, few values are from the temp table. So you have joined these two tables. On the basis of what? On the basis of what join happened? On, you will mention at any point of time when my employee location, because these two are the common fields, is equal to the temp dot location. In that case, give me the result. So if we'll just run this command, let's see this. Some issue is there. So first name is also ambiguous. Acha, we have not removed from here. This should not be there. Right? We have just copied the above query. Let's see now. Can you see now what is happening? See the results again.
Yeah.
This is what I was expecting, right? So I will be having now first name, last name, location, total. Value will remain same, average will remain same. For all the candidates, for all the employees that I have in my table, correspond to that, I have their own location and the total employees working in that company and the average salary of that particular location. So what we have done, again, please try to understand now in a great sense, because it's very, 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 very important concept in SQL, which we have done just now. So you can see we are working with two tables. One table is employee table. And if you remember, in our employee table, what are the records we have? Let's run again this query. And let me just see if I can copy this entire thing, if I can. So So this is a table which we have for the employee part. Let me just copy this. This is the employee table we have, right? Now let's work ahead with respect to the above command that we have worked upon. And we got this result. And this result we have stored in our separate table called as temp table, right? Let's copy this and paste it over. So there is another table we have, which you can say is a temp table where you are storing our result of this particular thing. Done. Now please try to focus here very carefully. What is happening? I changed the problem statement and I told you that I'm looking forward is the first name, last name, location, total, and average salary. So let me just write it from the extreme left so that the spacing issue will not be there. So 5 things I'm looking forward in my complete output. First name, last name, location, total employees working in that location, and the average salary. So you know that somehow we need to merge these two tables. And that is where I have talked about a concept of join. And whenever you write this statement, I told you it by default works with the inner join, which takes the common entity, common value, common column in the two tables. Now you can see very clearly this location is common in both the tables, right? Location field is available in the employee table also. Location field is available in the temp table also, correct? Now what will happen? At every point of time, for example, Bangalore is common. What it will do? It will say, first, what is the first name? Priya. What is the last name? Bhatt. What is the location? Bangalore. What is the total value? 2. What is the average salary? 175,000. Again, next value is Gurugram. So there is a match. Again, what is the value available correspond to Gurugram? First name and last name, Akhil. George. Location, Gurugram. What is the total value correspond to that? 1. What is the average salary? 1 lakh. Next, again, London, common there. So Kanisha, let's say Brownlee, London, corresponding to London, what is the total value? 1. What is the salary? 3 lakh. Similarly, next is again Bangalore. So it will again, there is a match with this point. So it will again check what is the first and last value? Naga Sai. So it will take Naga, Sai, location is Bangalore. Corresponding to Bangalore, what is the total value? 2. And salary is 1,75,000. Again, next is Noida. There is a match. What is the first name, last name? Prabhutwa. Last name is Kakkar. Location is Noida. Total value corresponding to Noida is 1. Salary is 70,000. Next is again, there is a match with Delhi. That's the meaning of a join. That's the meaning when you're saying own employee.location equals to temp.location. So at every point of time, whenever there is a location match, take the first name and the last name. So there is a name as Ishaswi. Right? Location, Delhi, 1. Salary is, let's say, 90,000. So this is how you will be able to observe as a final output. If you analyze it properly, this is what we're getting. So now we will be able to get our first name also, our last name also, location also, total also, average salary also, depending upon what is the major thing we have done is the join. Just by doing group by, we cannot able to get the answer which we are expecting. Is it fine to everyone? How we got this result? Any doubt in this part? Anyone? You can ask.
Is the temporary table stored? If, let's say we don't need it, we go back and then one day we do want it back, is there a way to get it? Or is it just for this one problem?
So when you are saying that, you are trying to perform any query and then you are passing that as keyword and then you're passing an alias of that, you
Mhm.
can use that table on that spot wherever you are using
Okay.
currently, not after some point of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is something which you have to make sure. So at every point of time, if you remember, in the yesterday's class also, we have done a lot many queries with respect to group by and aggregation. But we have not stored it anywhere, or we have not taken it as an alias name because we don't require it. Usually in bigger queries, in sub queries specifically, these kind of things usually happens. Otherwise, there is no need to do this storage part per se. Okay.
Okay.
But you can see that this query is very lengthy. And if, let's say, there is someone outside the world will look into this query as a beginner, they will definitely get confused. Your task is to write always a very shorter form of a query, that too in an optimized manner. And always remember, this join operation is a very, I would say, computationally expensive, computationally expensive task in a SQL. So the higher joins you will perform in any query, it means that internally it will take higher time complexity. What is the meaning of a time complexity? It will take too much time to execute and give you the result. As of now, you're getting a result in a very fast manner because you will be having a very small set of data. So you will not able to analyze it. But when you are dealing with a huge amount of data, the need will come where you have to think that how can you minimize these operations of join? How will you able to write a query which is a very shorter length, right? And will perform the similar task, will give me the similar output which this join is giving to me. This is where optimization of SQL queries came into picture. This is where window functions came into picture. So at any point of time, whenever you feel that, group by kind of task is required, but people are looking for non-aggregated column also as an output. Again, I'm saying, whenever you are seeing that there is a situation where group by kind of a result is required, where there is a need of grouping, but somehow the problem is that they want as a display known aggregation columns as well. And that is the reason you're not able to perform that grouping properly. That is where a concept of partition by came into picture. Partition by came into picture. So it exactly works with just like the way grouping does, group by command does. The only difference is it allows known aggregation columns also to display, which was not the possibility in the group by clause. So instead of going towards group by, or instead of going towards doing a join operation, you can go always with the partition by. So partition by means it will try to divide your data on the basis of whatever be the column value you will write after partitioning by. So how it will be done? Let me just give you the complete end-to-end syntax that how these things will be done, and then we will again look into this query again. So the same question will remain same. Now, how can we optimize the above queries via window functions? This is what we have to understand, right? So what I'm looking forward is the first name, the last name, the location, the total, and the average salary, right? So what I will do, I will say select first name simply. I will say last name. I will say location. This is what I'm looking forward is. Now, I want to count the location and make it as an alias name as total, because this is what the output I'm looking forward. So this is what the output I'm looking forward, right? So I want first name, last name, location. Now I want total. So what I will do, I will say comma, count of location as, I will give as an alias name, but before that, I will write over on which thing you want to do a grouping, on the basis of which thing you want to do a count, location, right? So you will write partition by, you will write location. And then you can give a alias name as total, comma. What is the next thing you want? Average salary. So you will say average of a salary over. So always remember, whenever you will use this partitioning by keyword, you will before that apply over. Now again, you will write partition by. On which particular column you want to partition? Can I say same location part only? You will say as average salary. Right? From which table? From employee table. And try to run this command. Can you see the output is exactly same? Whatever we are expecting in the previous case, we're getting the similar output in this case as well. So what we have done, we have not used any join operation. Now you can see the length of the queries also, how much it has reduced, right? You can see this query looks so easier and understandable as comparable to the above query where we are writing multiple sub queries, right? It's called a sub query. Query another query, right? One query, and inside that there is another query. So here you can clearly observe what we are trying to do here is we are trying to select the first name, the last name, the location. These things are required. Now, wherever you remember the group by was required with respect to the count and the average salary, you have done it separately. You have mentioned just count the location on the basis of what? Location part. Count average the salary on the basis of what? Location part. And you have provided the alias name from the table name which is required. Is this query is clear? So again, let me just copy this query and paste it over here. So this is important to understand. Over partition by, over partition by. Works similar, just like group by. So here also it is doing a grouping. But when this query will be specifically used, whenever you want to display, so whenever you want to display known aggregated columns. That is important to understand. So it is doing a partitioning by location, means division as per the location part. Doing the count, give it as an alias name as total. Similarly, partitioning by location, give the average salary, make it as an average salary as an alias name. Any doubt in this part? Anyone? If you have any sort of doubt, please ask.
Can you send that both queries or chart?
Okay. So this is the optimized one, and the above one I would say is not that much optimized. Although you will observe in both the queries you're getting the correct answer, right? But the below one, if you'll ask from me, will be the better one. Just give me 1 minute. I'm coming back, taking my water. So you can just explore this query. Yes. Is this fine? Displaying non-aggregated column part once regarding partitioning by. See, we are going, let me go back with respect to this particular scribble link. So what we are saying, so if you remember, again, let's go back to this employee table. Okay? Let's take it further. Let's see how internally this thing is working. Then you will be clearly able to understand the meaning of partitioning by, which I want to convey here, how it is working, just like the way I have explained in the previous case. So this is the table that we have, right? Now, if you will be able to see in this particular table, we are saying we're looking forward this first name, the last name, and the location. This is fine. The next part is you are saying count this location. So count is a aggregated function that we have discussed in our last classes. So it will count the locations that we have. For example, Bangalore, Gurugram, London, Noida, and Delhi. Over which particular thing you want to do a separation of the count. You want to count the location, it is fine. But over which particular grouping you want to do on which basis? On location basis. So it's a syntax. You will write over bracket partition by location. Now, once this is done, internally what it will do, it will say, okay, I have this command. What it will do, it will say Bangalore, because you have mentioned partitioning by location. So you will say Bangalore, it will do Gurugram, it will do London, it will do Noida, it will do Delhi. So partitioning by location means it will separate or partition the values by location. And on a side basis, it will write the total value, which is 2, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay? Now, the next command which you're writing, what it will do internally. So now you are just trying to display this total value. So this is the value which will be displayed. But internally, this is something which is happening. It is partitioning on the basis of location. And the second value, it will generate it as a total. But display will be giving it as a total value only. In the next command, you are saying average salary over again partition by location. So you are saying copy this location part itself, but instead of giving me total value, now give me the average salary. So what it will do in the next particular command, the fourth line or the third line, it will say, okay, you want as per the location wise. So what I will do, it will say, I will do one thing. I will say, what is the location? Because partitioning by location is going on. On the basis of that, what is the average salary? So internally, again, with respect to Bangalore, with respect to Gurugram, with respect to London, with respect to Noida, with respect to Delhi. So with respect to location only, partitioning is done. And on the basis of that, what is the individual average salary we are getting at each and every location? So we will be able to get 1,75,000. For Gurugram, we will be able to get 1 lakh, right? For London, we will be able to get 3 lakh. For Noida, we will be able to get, let's say, 70,000. For Delhi, we will be able to get, let's say, 90,000. So what will happen is, now it will be able to display the results. Okay, you want first name, you want location, you want last name, you want total, you want average salary. So these 5 fields, it will display directly. So basic reason of using this partitioning by came into only those scenarios, again I am repeating, where their need comes, where you want to display the known aggregated columns as well. That is the major thing which you have to understand. This is the use case. Any doubt now? So when you're saying partitioning by, you are saying on which basis you will do a grouping. That is the simple reason, simple meaning. Just like the way in the last class we have discussed, what is the meaning of grouping. So you're doing a grouping only, but on the basis of which particular value you are doing a grouping. As of now, in my question, in my use case, it's a location wise. After grouping, what do you want as an output? I want total in our first scenario. I want average salary in my second scenario. So that's what it is doing in the second and third line. Any doubt, anyone?
So why would anybody?
Sorry, I have not used my headphone. Let me just use it. Yes, please tell now. Kanisha.
I'm sorry. Why would anybody use join if this one is better for optimizing and faster?
Good question. See, sometimes now in the upcoming session, we will talk about joins in a great detail. Okay? That is where you will get this complete, understanding of what question you're asking today. But let me
Okay.
give you a simple answer as of now with respect to whatever knowledge you have currently. In all the scenarios, this is not the common thing which we are expecting. In all the scenarios, we are not expecting that known aggregated column will be the output which we want with respect to
Mhm.
grouping thing. So as of now, you have to understand in which scenario you will go for partitioning by and will not use that join operation. But at what scenario we will go for join operation, that you will get to know in the tomorrow's class, where there is no need of grouping specifically, but you are
Okay.
requiring a combination of two records. For example, if let's say I will say to you that, can you display me the result of first name, last name, age, and the average salary? So in that case, maybe in this case, again, partitioning by is a better idea, because again, the second table is a grouping table. So whatever scenario I'm discussing today is an example where the situation comes where we are looking forward with respect to the alternative of group by. But you will also know that in every kind of use case, group by won't work, because group by only work in only those scenarios where we are looking for a unique values which are available in a table and correspond to that some aggregated value. But that
Right.
is not the requirement in every use case. Requirements
Okay.
get changed. Maybe sometimes what happened is we want only left side values and not required right side values. There is a lot more concept of joins called as left join, right join, inner join, outer join. So everything we will discuss in the tomorrow's class. Just wait for one day, you will get to know the idea in a complete detail. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question anyone is having apart from this? With respect to join, just as of now, understand in today's class what is the meaning of inner join, which I have conveyed today. With this internal working, I have shown you completely how it is working. Uh, Tomorrow, not tomorrow, I think tomorrow, Saturday. On Monday, we will discuss the joins portion, live day 5, where the complete discussion is all about joins only. Then you will get a lot more idea that how these joins works. And by the way, join is again one of the most important topic in the SQL apart from what we are discussing today. So please make sure you will be there in that session as well. One important thing which you can gain from this session is my statement, where I told you that higher the joins means you're trying to complicate your query too much. So our focus is to use the joins when it is genuinely required. Just mark my statement. What I'm saying is, for example, when I used to teach DSA to the students, I always say ki apply loops when it is actually required. If it is not required, don't complicate your question. Don't increase your time complexity. Same thing refers in SQL as that apply joins whenever it is genuinely required. We will see when it is genuinely required in the upcoming session. But just you have to make sure that don't write joins in each and every statement. I have seen lot many people who are so fond of using joins that they used to join in every problem. They got the result. You get the result, it is fine. We also get the result, right? We got the result in the previous part also. But is it genuinely required? Does it increase the complexity or not? So if it is increasing your complexity, if you have some other alternative without which you can solve the problem and will be able to get the similar response, please go for that alternative. Don't go for this one. That's the ultimate thing. Yes, we don't have any option apart from using joins, then to definitely we have to use. Then we don't have any other alternative, so definitely in that case we have to go for the join part itself. We will discuss lot many problems on lead code also with respect to same thing, whatever we are discussing today. So don't worry, you will get the understanding of this part. Perfect. Shall we move ahead now to the next part? Next important function. So until so far, the new thing which you have discussed, which you have learned today, I believe, is the, so this is day 4, where we have discussed a new thing. As of now, until so far, the concept of inner join, which I think you are not aware prior, or maybe I have not discussed prior, I should say. And the second thing is over and partition by close, right? Close and its use case. And its use case. At what point of time you should go for this thing. Third thing today, which we will discuss is again very, very important for interview perspective. So see, from this day, yesterday itself, I told you, from this day onwards, whatever topics I'm discussing, all these topics are really, really important for the interview per se. No one will, I should not say no one, but very few people will ask you to create a table, to insert any new data in the table, or to, alter the table. Very few people will ask from you, but many people will ask you how this window functions of over and partition by work. What is this inner join works? How internally these things works? Can you write a query? From this day onwards, your journey of preparing for interviews perspective is also started. And even in the real world industry per se, you will use these things, right? But definitely when I'm starting something new, I have to always start from scratch. That's the only reason that I have started from the basics in the first 3 days. Otherwise, you won't be able to gain the advanced part, right? Foundations are important, but foundations will not be asked in the interviews. They will expect some advanced stuffs as well. So that is where please pay attention towards these topics a lot. And after this session, please do spend your own time in terms of doing a self-study, maybe by reading the articles at Geeks for Geeks, or maybe some other platform which you can refer. Uh, Whatever discussions we have made, does the articles, after reading that articles, will you be able to understand those concepts or not? That is your responsibility, not mine, right? Please make sure you will spend your own time after this part. So third thing which I want to discuss is very important, the concept behind row number function versus rank function versus dense rank function. And again, so many interview questions will be solved by this particular query. If time permits to me, today I will show you the lead code problems also with respect to this part. Okay, let's start this journey. But before that, let's do one thing. I want you all to insert one more record in this EID, maybe by the name of any new person, Jeevan Hedge, let's say. He is not in a employee part. So you can just try to add him as a first name and the last name, his age, salary, and the location. Just make sure that I want the repetition of one salary. Maybe let's say 2 lakh is the salary of him. So as of now, there are unique salaries which we are seeing into our table. What I'm looking forward is any one record or any 2 records where we will be having a same salary, similar salary. So maybe we can enter 2 records here. This is the insertion command, right? So let's do in this particular session, we will do more 2 records insertion. Let's say ki 2 more people have been added in our employee table. One is Jeevan Hedge, which you can just add in your system as well, right? Let's say age is 27 itself, and let's say salary is 2 lakh. Location is, we can change maybe from Bangalore to Noida. And the last record which we will add is, let's say, any other new person. Yes, Siddesh Kumar. I think he's not there. Siddesh Kumar. And maybe his age is, let's say, 25. Salary is, let's say, still 2 lakh. And he's from Bangalore itself. So there are 3 people who are earning 2 lakh rupees in the company of Tech for All with Priya. And let's insert this, and let's again try to check the records that we have now currently. Perfect. I think it makes sense, right? We have now in total, I think 8 records from 1 to 9. In between 4th EID is missing because we have dated that. So this is what we have, right, currently.
Priya, could you please share that in chat?
That insert command?
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys ready with me? Just if you are done with this, just confirm to me, then we can start. Okay. Now, basically what I want is, I'm looking forward a new column by the name of, let's say, priority salary. Okay. And in that column, whichever person is having a higher salary, I want to make them priority as one. And accordingly, the priority keeps on decreasing. So how this can be done? Again, I'm repeating my question. What I'm saying is, on the basis of salary that we have for a given employees, I want to sort my data and want to give a priority to the employees. So let's say a person who is earning 3 lakh will be having a priority one. Maybe she is the CEO or the founder of the company, and she's having a utmost priority. And in that sense, we want to provide all the employees that we have on the basis of salary, the priority. So how it will be done? At that point of time, the function called as row underscore number came into picture in SQL. So what you will do, you will say select, let's say you are saying first name that we have, right? You will say last name that we have. You will say salary. Let's say I'm looking forward. Then you will write one function called as row underscore number. Over. Again, because we're using window functions, you will see over will always be there. Now, whenever you are using this row number function, you will always have to use a order by close. So let me write it down. So we are discussing about row number function in SQL. And this particular function will be used to assign the numeric, or you can say it will map the values with numbers. Now, on the basis of what? On the basis of sorted values of data that you have. That is where you will always go for order by close. So always remember this row number, whenever you're using this function in SQL, you will always have to use this order by close. It is mandatory. Then only obviously it will be able to map it. Then only it will be able to prioritize it. So what you are doing here is you will say over on which basis you want to make it a priority. I'm saying order by salary. And that too in descending order, right? So whichever person is having a highest salary, give them the priority number as 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and so on. And you will say as, you can give an alias name to the column name that you want. Let's say you are saying priority employee, EMP, from table name. What is the table name we have? Employee. Let's see what we will be able to get this. Can you see how beautifully on the basis of the salary, we will be able to get the priority of the employees? So you can see the person who is earning 3 lakh will be provide priority as 1. Then 2 lakh, 2, again 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Starting from 1 to 8, because we have 8 employees, we will be able to have the priority of the employees. But there is a issue in this query. What is that? Can you recognize that?
Yes.
What is the issue?
Same salary having a different priority.
Correct. So This row number will work perfectly fine if, let's say, we were working with the previous records, but we have added duplicate salary people as well. So always remember that, row number will provide the unique priority to all the employees. They will not provide a similar priority to any employee. So how it will provide logically internally? Whichever person came first in the company. For example, Priya is the one who is the older employee to the company, but is having a similar salary as G1. So Priya will be provided the higher priority as comparable to the G1. That is how the priority is being done. But let's say ki you are saying, I don't want to do the partiality here. The person who is earning the similar salary, I want a similar priority to that particular person. That is where the concept of rank will come into picture. So what you will do, you will write the same query, but you will try to apply one function called as rank. Instead of row number, you are saying I will provide the function called as rank. Run this again and check the answer. What is the difference?
Now they're ranked properly.
But again, there is an issue in this query, in this function. So why I'm trying to show you the outputs here so that you will be able to recognize visually the things, how they're varied. In row number function, we have seen we are getting a unique priority and no number is repeating, even though the salary is same. When we went to rank function to avoid that issue, we have seen that issue is resolved because the person who is having a salary of 2 lakh is having a rank of 2. That is fine. But it is skipping the third rank and the fourth rank entirely and directly jumping towards 5 and then 6 followed by 7 followed by 8. Can you observe this? Correct? Now, how this directly 5 is coming up? Because by default internally, it checked that, okay, third record is done by providing a priority S2. Fourth record is done by providing a priority S2. So now I'm jumping towards fifth record. So it just skips the 2 values internally and then gave us another number on the go in the numeric data. Let's say I don't want to do like this. I don't want any skipping in between the numbers. I want after 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, so that I will get to know that, okay, in total, the 6 parities or 6 levels of, distribution is being done in the company. You can go to any company, you will see level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. When they're saying level, it clearly signifies that they're trying to talk about that this is the salary range which we are providing. So when you are saying that I'm working in, let's say, Microsoft and I'm having a level 3, so definitely anyone can understand that what is the salary you're earning, because openly it is mentioned that if someone is working at a level 3, this is the salary range they will be able to get. So I don't want to skip. This is not a correct idea, right? And that is where we will go for something called as dense rank. So I'm just copying this query and now I'm writing another function in the same go called as dense underscore rank. And if I'll just run this query now, can you observe that that skipping part is not there now? Is it fine? So if, let's say, someone will ask you now in future, what is the difference between row number versus rank versus dense rank? Will you be able to explain the difference between these 3 functions? So basically, difference between row underscore number versus rank versus dense rank. It is a very widely asked interview question and can be asked from you as well. So will you be able to explain it properly? Many people get confused between rank and dense rank. Always remember, when the values are same, they will provide the equal priority, equal rank. But the only difference is, in a rank, it will skip that many values and provide the next data. In dense rank, this skipping is not there. That is the only difference which you have to understand in this point.
Can I ask this, I guess the same question as before, if dense rank will give you the right answer, why do we have row number and rank?
Correct. So let's say ki we will be, having that situation, that circumstance, that scenario where you will be able to have an idea that, okay, they are talking about the total how many number of employees will be there. Because in total, we will be having 8 employees. I want to do a ranking between 8 employees only. But I just want to clarify that which are the people who are having a similar range of salary. That is where you will not go for dense rank. You will always go for rank, right?
Ah,
So in that case, you will say ki, I will be having first particular value as 1 priority, and let's say last value as, let's say, 50. So it's a startup, 50 people are working. But I just want to see in between which are those people who are having a similar salary. Maybe you'll get the name of those people, but you will also get an idea that how many number of employees are working in that salary, in that company. In this case, let's say that is not a scenario. You just don't want to look onto that part. Just want to focus on the ranking of correct apt numbers without skipping. So it all depends on problem to problem. What is the use case which is being provided to you, and depending upon that, you have to understand that which function you will use, and you will definitely understand that point if you are aware about these concepts, right? Which function will give me all the values. One important thing which you have to understand is, if there is no duplicacy, no duplicate entries in your data, then whether you're talking about row number, or you're talking about rank function, or you're talking about dense rank function, will work exactly same. Or I should say, return the same answer, returns the same result. I hope it is making sense to everyone. Why is that so? Because the way it is differentiating is only when you will be having a duplicate entries. That's why, if you remember, when I started this discussion, I told you to add 2 more records having a similar salary. Otherwise, I can't show you the difference between these 3. And if I just say it that, okay, this is the difference, you won't understand it, that what she is saying. It's very confusing. But now, because I have shown you each and every step where you have seen that, okay, this is the difference which you're getting in the priority of the employees. That is where you will be able to understand. But let's say people are saying we don't have any person. Usually this doesn't happen in a practical use case, but let's say they are saying that we will be having a unique entries only, and we want to do a ranking of that. Go for row number itself. There is no need to go towards any other function that we have. Another important thing, this is a use case I talked about, dense rank, right? Where when you should go. Row number, when you should go for row number function in a practical use case. Same example, if let's say I will say to you, people, I just want the person who is earning a second highest salary in the company. Now, when you are saying second highest salary, I want only one answer from you. Who is the one who is earning a second highest salary? And let's say that person belongs to the who have joined very late, like who is the past employee of my company. Obviously, when the years passes, the trust from that particular employee will be increasing as comparable to someone who has just joined 1 month back. Maybe they are earning the same salary, but the person who joined 1 year back, maybe that person will be very, very important for me as comparable to the person who is just joined 1 month back. And if, let's say, need comes where I need to do firing for my company to just avoid that economic breakdown. So what I will do, I will just check it out. I will use this row number function where I'll see that, okay, who is the person who is earning the highest salary and just joined currently. That's why you will observe that when company fires any employees in their company, they usually don't fire the people who are I'm talking not about the exceptional cases, but usually in startups and in a usual scenarios, this is what they usually see. Ki, who is the person who is just now coming into the picture in the company, because they're not trustworthy that much, and company has not input so many things to that employee as comparable to the one who has joined maybe 10 years back, 12 years back. They are the very useful resources for the company. They won't lay them off until or unless urgent need will come. So that is where row number function will come into picture, not rank, not dense rank, because I'm looking for, let's say, the only people who are the previous, maybe 5 year experience, 6 year of experience in the same company where they're working and taking a very highest salary. They are the useful resources. But the one who is coming very recently and taking a very huge salary, maybe that is the one which can be laid off very easily, right? So coming to that point, can you guys give me a detail of a second highest salary of a, so tell me, give me give the record of the employee having second highest salary. Again, you will listen this problem quite frequently in interviews. So how will you solve this problem? Can you write a command? I'm looking for a second highest salary record. So I'm looking forward is this record, Priya Bhatt. I think she's the one who is at the second part. Now, when someone will ask you this question, no, first of all, you have to ask from them a counter question. Ki, are you considering that multiple people are taking a second highest salary? And if yes, do you want me to print all the records who are earning second highest salary, or the first one who is getting the second highest salary? That is the question you're supposed to ask in a technical interview from them. So they will tell to you that, okay, let's say, ki, Priya, I'm not looking for only single record. I'm looking for all those people who are earning second highest salary. In that case, you will definitely go for either rank or dense rank, right? And even if, let's say, I'm talking about third highest salary, in that case, you will definitely go for dense rank function. You will not go for rank function, the kind of query you will write. I'll talk about this. First of all, let's write this query. And I'm saying that I want all the records in this use case. Then I will complicate this question further. So what I'm saying is, I'm looking for all those people who are earning second highest salary, because in this case, there are many. So what command you will write? Can you write it down and share with me in the chat window? So I'm looking for a second highest salary. So how will we do this? It's not difficult. By writing the above commands, just have to use filter operation on top of that. Think over it, how we can apply a filter operation on top of this. Yes. So can you write a complete command for this? It's correct. So if I'll just do one thing here, maybe I'll use this dense rank command, write it as a subquery. And again, I know this query return me the answer as first name, last name, salary, and priority M. I will store this answer in a temporary table, temp. What I will do here, I will say select star from, I want all the data points, right? I want all the data points where priority underscore EMP is equal to, let's say, 2. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? So now you can see I will be able to get all the values of first name, last name, salary, and the priority EMP. If let's say person is saying that I'm not looking forward to all the employees who are having a second salary, I'm looking for the first employee who is earning a second higher salary. In that case, instead of just using this dense rank, you can go for the row number, right? So what you can do is you can just copy this. And if let's say I'm looking for the, give me the, give the first employee having second highest salary. So now the problem changed. I'm saying who is the first employee in the company who is taking a second highest salary. So in that case, instead of taking dense rank, I'll take row number as the function. Now you know why is that so. So when you run this, you will be able to get the answer as only a single employee who's taking a second highest salary. Does it make sense what I'm trying to convey here? Any doubt, anyone? Now I am giving you one problem. Think over it. How what you will do? I want to you guys to write a query to specify the details of highest salary people in each location. What I'm looking forward is, for example, there is a person from Bangalore. So from Bangalore, highest salary is this. From Gurugram, highest salary is this. From Noida, highest salary is this. From Noida, Delhi, highest salary is this. So how will I write this query? Can you work upon this? Considering whatever things you have understood so far, please utilize that thing. So if you can see, if I'll just run the query again, this is the table that we have, right? So what I'm looking forward from you is with respect to every location which we have, for example, Bangalore, the highest salary is 2 lakh, I believe, right? From Gurugram, 1 lakh. From London, 3 lakh. From Noida, 70,000. From Delhi, 90,000. From Noida, it is 2 lakh, sorry, not 70,000, it is 2 lakh. So every location, what is the highest salary people are getting? Can you write a query for that? This is interesting. Let's see whether anyone will be able to give me the correct response or not. This is actually interesting. So if you will be able to give me this answer, I believe then whatever things I have conveyed till so far will be pretty much clear to you. That is what I can guarantee. Let's see anyone who can able to give me the correct response. So whatever things we have discussed till so far, whether with respect to partitioning, over, row number, rank, dense rank, everything, think over it and then apply the knowledge towards solving this problem. How will you solve this? Any answer can I expect? So whatever query I have mentioned in the last part, I just copied it up and I'll do a very small changes on this query. What is that? Because I want the details of the highest salary in each location, right? With respect to every location. The only thing which I will do is I will apply here partition by location. So what it will do, it will first of all do the partitioning by location, then provide the salary ordering in the descending order. And here I will say where priority underscore EMP will be equals to 1. Now, if I just first of all show you this internal subquery command so that you will be able to understand what it will do, let me run this command. Can you see? With respect to individual locations, right? Bangalore, for example, Siddhish and Priya is working and Naga is working in a Bangalore. So you can see there is a priority which is assigned 1, 2, 3, right? Then maybe Yashasvi and Akhil is working in the same location. Not, let me do one thing. Let's just take the location also so that we will be able to understand what is happening. Now it would be better, right? So you can see that for every location, there is a ranking, there is a priority, there is an order in terms of the salary in the descending order. So Bangalore, then Delhi, then Gurugram, London, Noida. So whichever is earning a high salary, I will be able to get that. Make sense? Now, if I'll just store it again in the temporary table and just print it, all the values that we have, but the only condition is, only constraint is because we're looking for the highest salary only in every location. So we will just set the value as equal to 1. So there is some issue. Comma should be there, right? Let's run this again. So can you see? For every particular location, Bangalore, Delhi, Gurugram, London, Noida, we got the highest salaries which people are earning with their details. So what I have done is I have just simply copied up the previous command, but because now they are saying to me in specific locations where we are working upon, so I have just used after over partition by close, which we have just now discussed few hours back, that when you are doing partitioning by with respect to the location part, so with respect to every location, it will check and give the ordering with respect to the salary in the descending order. Once you have done that, because you're looking for the highest salary people, you will apply a constraint that your priority EMP will be equals to 1 only, and that is where you got this result. Very interesting, very important. Ask me if you have any questions. I'm removing this internal command, I think. But when you are studying this stuff, right, don't try to, write the command in one go. That's why if you will be able to observe my teaching pattern is also in such a way that first of all, I am trying to talk about the simpler commands, and on top of that, then I'm writing some above queries, right? So when you're studying these stuffs, I will definitely suggest you to do similar kind of a stuff. For example, you will take this internal query, try to run it separately, check it out. What is the output you are getting? Okay, this is the way I will be able to get this output. Now, on top of that, what I'm doing, what is the outer query which I'm applying in order to get the result which I want, which is the display of the higher salary people in each and every location that we have. Because you have to apply this constraint on top of this table, right? So what you have done is, by giving this temp, you have stored this table. So you are saying this is the internal query, and you have stored this result in a temp table. It's a temporary alias table, alias name, which you have provided to this output. Now, you want to apply a constraint on top of that. So you are saying where this priority EMP will be equals to 1. Another way also you can do without giving temp, you can just avoid everything. Directly you can provide a constraint. Just to make this query look easier and understandable to any other person also, it's a good practice. Whatever be the output you're getting, first of all, store it in some alias name. Then on top of that, apply some query so that it will look understandable to everyone. For example, today you are working in your company, but tomorrow you will give the resignation and some other person will come at your place. So he or she will be able to understand what you're trying to convey. Rather than writing all the conditions in one go, store it, store the in-between result somewhere, because you know on top of this you have to perform some task, right? So I know this is not my correct answer. I know on top of this I have to perform a task to get the highest salary in each location. That's why this is the way to write a understandable query. Just like the way we had a practice to write a understandable code, where we will be able to write in any driver code function call, right? We can avoid function calling. We can just directly write a code also. This will work fine. It will give a proper output. The only reason is understandability of the code. Similarly, the only reason here also is understandability of the queries. That's it. Right? Any other doubt anyone is having apart from this? So this is clear, right? Row number, rank, dense rank. Over, partition by, close. After this, one thing which I have pointed out, wherever you will use these functions, whether it's a row number, whether it's a rank, whether it's a dense rank, you will always make sure that as a mandatory constraint, you will always use a order by clause. So wherever there is no need of order by, you will not go with these kind of functions, right? Optional is partition by. Optional clause is partition by. So if required, go for partition by. If not required, don't go for it. For example, in our last example, which I have just now talked about, it was required because I have told you for each location you have to compute. So that's why you have done partition by also before doing a order by. So partitioning by is optional in these functions of row number, rank, and dense rank, but order by is mandatory. That is something which you always have to make sure. Make sense? Any doubt till so far? What difference we have observed? In a rank, we have seen skipping is there. Skipping is there. If same salary is there, so priority will be same, rank will be same, priority is same, but skipping is there. In dense rank, no skipping is there. Same salary, same priority will be there. That will be same only. Same salary, then same priority. I'm not sure how much it is clear in terms of writing, but I think I have displayed this thing, so it should be clear. Row number, different priority itself, even though same salary will be there. Right? This is what we have observed practically. Shall we move ahead? I will give you one interesting question of interview with respect to the discussion that we have made on the lead code. And I really want you all to, do that problem so that you will be able to understand the significance of what we have learned today. Shall we do? Are you ready? If you have any question before that, you can ask. Otherwise, we can move ahead. We'll do a few practice problems with respect to whatever discussion we have made so that you will be able to understand, right? Okay, technical knowledge is fine, but how we can, understand that in terms of interviews, how these questions will be asked, and industry perspective, both of them is very, very important, right? With respect to whatever discussion we are making. So what you can do in the lead code platform, I would highly suggest for those people who are preparing for interviews, just like the way for the DSA per se, I always prefer this platform of lead code. For the SQL per se also, you can go and refer this platform of lead code. What you have to do is just click on this database. Okay? When you click on this database, automatically you will be able to get a huge list of questions where it's a SQL based problems only. And once our boot camp will be over, maybe because we are taking on a daily basis classes, but by saying that you have 2 days gap now, weekend is there is no session. So you can just explore this particular platform. And even when boot camp will get over, I will highly suggest you all, because you will be having a clear idea about the concepts of SQL after this bootcamp will get over. Please go explore as many questions as you can on this platform, because this will really help you to get a better understanding of the concepts. Right? So we will work upon this medium level problem of rank scores as of now, because this is what we have discussed. Okay, I have an answer written. So let me just remove it first before I will show to you. Okay. So I have removed my answer. So this is the problem, right? I'm just sharing this in the, first of all, chat window. Just open this in your system. And I want the answer from you all. Obviously, I will not write the query here, because if I'm the only one who is explaining the concepts and if I'm the only one who is writing the solutions, then I think what you guys are doing, I'm not sure. So I really want you guys to, pay attention towards the problem statement. I will explain to you, don't worry. And then I really want you guys to write the query on top of this. Okay? So what they are saying ID is the primary key. Now, I think everyone knows what is the meaning of a primary key after having these 4 sessions, right? Everyone is comfortable. Column with the unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains the score of a game. Score is a floating point value with 2 decimal places. I think this is also everyone aware. We have a type called as decimal where we can provide a precision value as 2. That is what they are telling to us. So only 2 columns are there, 2 fields are there. One is ID, one is score. You have to write a solution to find the rank of the scores. So let's say ki score is given. Let's say you can take this use case, or maybe they have also provided ID is there, score is there. So on the basis of the score, you have to provide a rank. Okay? So you have to provide a rank of the scores. Ranking should be calculated according to the following rules. Now, these rules will help you out to understand whether you should go for a rank function or a dance rank function or a row number function. Few minutes back, when I was explaining the concept with respect to these functions, Kanisha asked the question that at what point of time I should go for which function. So these are the constraints. I told the answer that circumstances told you, right? There will be rules, there will be restrictions, there will be constraints, which is provided to you. Depending upon that, you have to think that what kind of function you should use. So now you will think in this question. They are saying the scores should be ranked from highest to lowest. One thing is for sure, whichever is having a highest score, you should rank them as a first priority. Okay? If there is a tie between 2 scores, both should have the same ranking. Now tell me which particular function you can use until 2 rules of understanding.
Dense rank.
Either you can go for dense rank or you can go for rank, because these 2 functions will help us to understand that both of them should be having a same ranking. Because if you will go and check out the row number, it will not give like this. Make sense? Now, third rule will specify that out of rank and dense rank, which function should we go? Let's understand. After a tie, the next ranking number should be the next consecutive integer value. Now it should be clear to everyone which function should be used. In other words, there should be no holes between the rank. So in the rank, if you remember, skipping was there, right? Dense rank is the only one where there was no skipping. It will allow the next consecutive integer value. So I am pretty sure now that I will have to go for dense rank. So always remember that these kind of restrictions, when you are working with the company, also will be provided. That what is the requirement? Then only you will think that which kind of function I will use, right? Result, return the result table ordered by score in descending order. Result format is in the following example. So you can see ID is there, score is there. The output which they're expecting, it's very important to understand. What they're saying, the output will be, I want not the ID. So you have to, when you're doing a select statement, you have to select only score part, and alias name you have to give as a rank, which you can see clearly. Now give me the query. Very easy. I think it's very easy problem. They have referred it as a medium problem because the concepts of this rank, dense rank, and row number, or the window functions, I would say, many people are not aware. That's why it's a part of a medium problem. But those who are aware, for example, today's session, after today's session, I think you will categorize this as a easy level problem. I feel, right? Just write a query and give me the result. Let's see who will be the one who will be able to give me the query very well. Once you write the query, just try to run this query. Okay? And once it is running perfectly fine to this test case, submit this query. Once submission is done, share me the query. It means the query is correct. And if those who don't have this, account created in the lead code, please, after the session, make sure you will create that, because in future also, I will refer this platform to solve multiple questions of SQL, right? After joins discussion, we will solve few more problems of interviews, because as I told you, these topics from today onwards, all these topics are very widely asked in interviews. So you will see not many problems in this platform with respect to the window functions, joins, CTE, common table expressions, which we will discuss in the upcoming sessions, case, all these things we will discuss in this platform also. So do it. After today's discussion, it should be very simple for you. I believe so. But let's see. Any answer can I expect? I don't think it should take this much amount of time to write a query. If you have something in your head, you are stuck somewhere, please ask. This is the benefit of live sessions, right? It's okay if you're not sure, that's completely fine. No one is judging you here, right? Whatever is coming in your head, just ask, just give the response. That's it.
The rank function I have a doubt on, like how to display the rank.
So how we displayed the priority in our MySQL workbench. Use the similar kind of format, right? Why there is a confusion? See how we have displayed. Simple question where we have done like this. So instead of just saying priority EMP, you are saying rank as an alias name. That's the only difference, right? Alias name should be different in our question. Okay, let me see who has given me the correct response. Megha, how this location is coming into picture? We are not working with this problem. We are working with this problem, right? This problem. Why you have mentioned partition by location? In this location is not at all there. ID is there, only score is there. Don't copy paste anyone. Please focus. Kanisha, select score, dense rank, over, order by score, DSC. Now again, you have made an issue in terms of giving an alias name. Your logic is correct, but how we have provided the alias name? Just see, no? After giving the rank, then we are saying alias name as, right? Not after the table. So you are giving from scores, after the table you are giving the alias name. That is the issue. So let me now tell you, it's very, very simple. When I write the query, you will be like, it's so simple. How can we don't be able to write? Okay, I got one more answer. At least I got at least one correct answer. I was expecting at least one answer, but still there is an issue in this answer. Siddesh, that's a very small issue. Check the output again. You are not looking for ID. You are looking for score. Your logic is correct, but
Check
I
mine.
think you are not giving it correctly. Who is the one? Nagasai. Where you
Yeah.
have given. Okay, you have given. Select score. Then you have come this. Why there is a need to do this much stuff? Nagasai.
Okay.
Why you are going for again subqueries if we can do in a very simple way via dense rank? Logic is correct. But again, computationally, it is expensive task. The more subqueries you will write, no, again, you are trying to, just like the joins I'm saying, again, you're trying to computationally make it very, very expensive. Just now we have discussed very smart function called as dense rank, by which we can do it very, very easily. Now it is correct. Megha Sanji Senu. And Yashasvi, now it is correct. Now it is correct. So let me copy paste her answer of Yashasvi's answer. So she has mentioned select score. Still there is a syntactic issue.
It's
Let me
giving
rectify.
runtime error actually.
It will give because why there is no comma. I want score, comma, dense underscore rank over order by score, descending order as this is my alias name. Just mention inside the string. Otherwise, rank is also a function, right? So if you will just mention the function name, it will be an issue. It's mentioned inside the string. So it will take it as an alias name. From scores table. Is the table name is correct? Yes. Let's try to run this. Let's try to submit this. Correct. Making sense. Accepted. How simple it is. Only one line of query and you will be able to get a very appropriate result. So again, I'm repeating what we will be able to get here. We have used dense rank. Why? Because in the third rule, we have seen they are saying that first of all, if two scores are same, give the same ranking, which indicates that either we should go for a rank function or we should go for a dense rank function. In the third rule, they said that if the next ranking should be the next consecutive integer value. After a tie, they have specified the next ranking should be the next consecutive value. We know this will be only given by dense rank function. So we have used that. I told you whenever you're using a dense rank function, order by is a necessity, is a mandatory. Now they have said that you have to give the ranking from highest to lowest. So you have to obviously give the ranking from score in the descending order. And whatever result you're getting, you have stored it as an alias name as a rank. How this comes? Because you have look onto the output part, and you have seen rank is the one which they are specifying as an output. So I have to make sure this will be same. Otherwise, again, it will be an issue. You will not able to accept this result because of this silly issue itself. So whenever you're working in the platform like Lead Code, just check it out. What is the input and what is the output? And you have to match exactly your result to the output. You can't specify your own alias name. You can't specify your own table name. Refer the input, refer the output, and accordingly give the result. From table name, which is they have provided a scores table is there. They have clearly mentioned. So you have used that table and you got an amazing result. So here you can see that this is the input and output is 4 is the highest score. So rank is 1. Again, 4 is the 1. Rank is 1. Because we're using a dense rank, so you can see after that 2 is coming up. It's not skipping the consecutive numbers. Then 3 is coming up. Then 3, then 4. And expected is also the same. That's why it is accepted.